テスト、マイクのテスト。聞こえる？
Am I audible?
I have returned to streaming. Actually, I had one yesterday in Twitch, but I kind of forgot how OBS works. ちょっと待って。何これ？ここ。これかな？は！ Living. Hello. こんばんは。I'm forgetting my greetings. Good evening. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. My name is Anzu, and I am an apricot that delivers packages from me to you. And yes, long time no see you. Yes. I did get sick. What else? I got busy with work, so I think it's been 2 months. Huh? Oi! Mimelada! Who you calling a peach? Hey? Omae? Still bad with the fruits, Mimelada. Yeah, you need to go back to preschool, yes? You need difference of apple, orange, banana, apricots and peaches and orange and tangerines and nectarines and all those fruits. What? Alright. Hello, TPG and Zuti. Yes. I acknowledge your beingness. Yes. Alright. No, not nectarine. So today's package delivery, finally, is the continuation of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Yes. So we're still on the 4th case out of 5. We found out the dead husband is the dude going around pretending to be Gregson, because Gregson is actually part of the group who basically are the Reapers who are killing off these. Oh no, am I allowed to say kill? But anyway, killing off the bad guys who get away, or what they think is the bad guy getting away from prosecution from the Reaper and all that. Ooh, one breath. Oh, you celebrated your birthday last week. I'm so sorry if I missed it. Belated happy birthday! Happy birthday, meme lord, who doesn't know his fruits. But it's okay, cause it was your birthday. You're 1 year older now. Alright, you got Sonic and Shadow generations. Nice! Oh, wait, I heard in the new Shadow... There's a Shadow movie, right? Or is that the game? I kinda forgot. But I just remember it's Keanu Reeves who voices Shadow, and I was like, that fits. So. John Wick and Shadow. We now need a collabo. Alright. Okay. So, let us continue our adventuring. Yes. Belgian sugar waffle with ice cream? And raspberry. Lord, can you treat us to it? Oh, by the way, because I think I've been streaming it in Twitch before. I was streaming it in Twitch before. I'm almost done with the Millennium Puzzle. For those who don't know, for those who don't watch me on Twitch, I have a plastic model. So yeah, I got into plastic kits. The model kits, whatever you call them. I got sick with COVID, for those who don't know, because I was talking about in Discord, I think. I got sick with COVID, so I had nothing to do. I'm stuck at home. So I kind of broke my promise not to do it off stream, but it was kind of like almost a week of being out of commission. I wasn't working either because I was so sick. So I'm almost done with it. Yeah! Alright. So I promise I'll finish it on stream. So there's like a few pieces left that I didn't put together. I kind of stuck at one part because it's kind of a magician trick. I have no idea how to put it, so I'll probably still struggle again on the stream, but I'll finish it for sure. For freaking sure. Oh, I got buffered comment. Oh, it's the Sonic 3 movie that is Keanu Reeves' shadow. Okay, so it is a movie. Naruhodo. Okay, so we're visiting Mr. Vigil in the hospital. There he is. Vigil-san. Have you heard of Virgil's song? He has a brother named Dante and a son. Well, yeah, technically he has a son, Nero. Yeah. Maybe you guys know each other. Related? Maybe? Alright. So, yeah, we stopped before talking about additional stuff. So just a quick recap. Again, he's been pretending to be the officer, Officer Gregson, so that Gregson would have some kind of alibi. And Gregson was renting an apartment space, which was like his outside office for other cases. Yeah. Gregson's request. Inspector Gregson was obviously engaged in a special operation of some sort. He was investigating something that even Scotland Yard couldn't know about. Details of the Reaper's marks. Yes. It was while he had to carry out those investigations that I would take his identification and impersonate him. You'd pretend to be the inspector and carry out investigations on his behalf? Oh no, never! A common street peddler couldn't possibly carry out a proper police investigation. All I would do is go to the specified location and make a little hoo-ha. Hoo-ha? I haven't heard that in so long. A little hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. Hey guys, have you had some hoo-ha lately? Just something to leave an impression, so everyone there would think a detective called Gregson was here. I believe hoo-ha is an expression to say something like something, a little something. So, that's what you were doing on the day prior to the incident? Yes. He asked me to make an appearance at the park on Lime Street for the Red-Headed League event. So as usual, I flashed the inspector's identification around and was very vocal about my presence. But then you were taken prisoner by those red-headed fraudsters. Yes. So, you would always make... Oh, wait, this is Ryunosuke. So, you would always make a point of showing Gregson's identification and generally being loud? That's what the inspector asked me to do, yes. Impasta! I-check boto! Well, that's one way of becoming a legendary detective, I suppose. Not a good one, though. As you know, I suffered these bruising around my neck at their hands. But the following day, they kept their word and released me. Without returning the inspector's identification to you, however. Well, we had arranged to meet in the Fresno Street Room at 5 that day, so I could report back to the inspector. But at the agreed time, that's when I heard the gunshot. Hoo-ha! Can't get over that, sorry. It was at midnight on 17th June 10 years ago. That was the time scheduled for the execution. But the professor's execution never actually took place, did it? I reckon it did. Or rather, the execution itself must have been used to effect the plan of escape. I hardly dare to imagine what a chilling plan it was. Macleod was renowned for being the highest security prison in the country. Maybe you were buffering at that time, Zudi. Hoo-ha is like an old-fashioned expression. I encountered it in old cartoons when I was a kid. So it's something, it's like an expression to say something. So Vigil said earlier, and did a little hoo-ha. So it's like saying did a little something. Yeah, it's an expression. Hoo-ha. Everything that went in or out of the place was searched multiple times. But there was one notable exception. Or rather, one notable loophole. Something that was never questioned. I have a feeling I know what that loophole was now. Our game's a little loud? Oh, is this a little better? Yeah, I think this is... Oh god, that was too loud. Yeah, I think this is a little better. Hi. Turns out the game wasn't loud, I just accidentally lowered the mic volume. Gomen. Gomen. I said there are 5 men. I said gomen. It's a Japanese pun. Oh no, I missed what he said. The coffins into which the bodies of the executed convict were placed, correct? So that was the loophole he's trying to talk about. And then Virgil says, yes. Once the coroner had confirmed the death of a condemned victim, the body was taken in its coffin for immediate burial in Lowgate Cemetery just behind the prison. Oh, it's butter? Good. What a buttery good. Good. Like buttered popcorn. Yes. With sugar. Yes. The chief warder first had to sign the necessary papers. And after that, no member of staff was permitted to touch the coffin containing the body again. When executions took place, only the executioner and the coroner were permitted inside the chamber. I would wait in the adjacent room for word that the condemned convict was dead. On that occasion, once I had that confirmation, I went into the mortuary to find a lone coffin as usual. The procedure was that I would sign the paperwork having checked the coffin. God man, my eyes are a little bad. Having checked the coffin, then nail it shut. But for some reason that day, the coffin was already nailed shut. No. I didn't think any of it at the time. I assumed that my deputy must have checked the coffin and nailed it shut before I arrived. So you mean the coffin contained... Yes, I can only imagine that Asugi, having escaped his execution, somehow was alive inside the coffin. The coffin was then taken out through the main gate and deposited in Lowgate Cemetery. Well... Wait, and that means the, what's her name? Sith, was it? Sith? The forensic girl? She was the coroner, right? So she had to be in cahoots with them. Maybe. Or maybe I'm remembering wrong. It's been a while. Presumably, there wouldn't have been enough air inside to breathe for long. So in the early hours following the burial, somebody dug up the coffin again to set Genshin free. But in the end, he was fatally shot in the graveyard anyway. What on earth really happened in Lowgate Cemetery that night, I wonder? I'm afraid I really don't know. All I can say with certainty are 2 things. Ciao. Asogi couldn't possibly have escaped that way without help from somebody working in the prison. And that somebody was not me. It's not me, Obisa. Obviously, you knew the man then. The professor, I mean, Genshin Asugi. Yes, I remember him well, in fact. Would you mind telling us what you know? Well, having been condemned to death as he was, any contact I had with the man was short, obviously. After that trial, which was carried out behind closed doors, attended only by elite members of the judiciary, they called for his execution to be carried out at the earliest possible opportunity. The outcome of the trial was set from the beginning, wasn't it? It was a time of delicate diplomacy, when Britain and Japan were in the process of signing an important treaty. That meant that this potentially destabilizing case had to be dealt with swiftly and discreetly. When he's calm, he's good at keeping himself, yeah. Mr. Vigil, this show. The man had less than a week in total. As I was the chief warder, I oversaw his short stay in the cells until his final hour. I remember being struck deeply by his noble character and incredible resilience. What do you mean exactly? He was a killer of many men, but he was always quiet and polite. He was a gentleman and a man of intellect. In fact, I couldn't bring myself to believe what he'd done, so I asked him one day. Oh, flashback. Those 5 members of the aristocracies whose lives were taken, were you really responsible? I don't know what kind of voice to give. Asugi Papa, I'm guilty of the unforgivable crime of ending another human's life. Yes. The following day, the closed trial took place and the verdict was no surprise. Guilty. That night, when he was brought back to his cell, I saw something unusual. Nani kana? Something unusual? What? The last will and testament of Genshin Asugi. Asugi Papa had a will? As I said, it was on the night following his trial after he'd been found guilty. I was doing the rounds of the cells, and when I looked into Asugi's, I noticed that he seemed to have a sheet of paper in his hands. His last will and testament then, presumably. As soon as he noticed me, he hurriedly shoved it behind his back. But why did you find that so unusual? Isn't it normal for a man to pen a will when he knows his death is nigh? Oh, I like that word, nigh. Yes, that's true. But there were special conditions to Asugi's incarceration, you see. What sort of conditions? Well, even though he was held in a cell designed for condemned inmates, he was allowed to keep his personal effects with him, with one exception. Really? He was allowed his things? Hey? That is unusual, certainly. Of course, he'd been convicted of killing 5 members of the aristocracy, but at the same time he was a guest in our country from the Empire of Japan. The powers that be were determined that his final days shouldn't be needlessly uncomfortable. And what was the exception you mentioned? To the personal effects he was allowed. That's the point. He wasn't permitted to have writing materials. What? Specifically, no pens or paper. Imagine what if it was exactly the same piece of paper that Kazuma got. Maybe? That would be... Whoa! Well, if this paper wasn't found at the end, or went missing, I wouldn't be surprised if it was with Asagi. I mean Kazuma. Because that would fuel the whole thing, right? Of Kazuma going to England in the first place and all. So, he was prevented from leaving any written record of what happened to him. Yes, that was the long and short of it. I've no idea where he obtained that paper. Any writing material would have been confiscated from him upon his incarceration. As I said, he hid the paper behind his back, and then he pleaded with me. What did you just hide behind your back? Please turn a blind eye. This is my lifeline. But you know it's against the rules. You're the only person who's seen. If you just agree to keep quiet. Alright then, but what's on the paper? A last will and testament. This will is the only weapon I have left now. Oh. Maybe he revealed who were the bad guys. Yeah, that could be. And that would make Kazuma's existence in England at the moment really, dangerous. Oh, I have a feeling it's really the prosecutor guy. Holy. Because I mentioned before, I think, when the Strongheart, was it? Yeah, Strongheart, the head prosecutor guy. I mentioned he looks like this other character from the original trilogy of Phoenix Wright. Who was also the head prosecutor. And for those who haven't played that game, it's been out so long, so I don't know if this counts as a spoiler. But in that game, that character ended up being the bad guy. Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe, since these are technically like the ancestors and all, I wouldn't find it surprising if ever there's a relation to it. Mm-hmm. Or if they made a callback to that. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello, Nishimiya-san. Good evening. Hi. Welcome. You finished watching Feng Shui? Is that the Filipino movie? The one with Chris Aquino, that old one? Because it's a local Filipino horror movie, if that is the same one. The 2004 movie. Yeah. So, Filipino horror, I would say, it's a hit and miss. It's a cliche movie. I would say our horror movies are a little corny. And sometimes, at first it's strong, especially the newer ones, and then near the end it kind of flops in the writing. But I really wish our country invested more in the writing. So far, the effects have been improving, and cinematography, in my opinion. Except I hated that they're doing the long zoom in on the face for a long time, like the Koreans. I hate that so much. It's like, it's wasting airtime. But anyway, yeah, I remember I watched that as a kid. And I was just like, oh, look at that. Your first horror movie was when you were 5 years old. I would say the same. Yeah, I think I was like 5 or 6 years old when I first watched something horror. I'm not sure what's the very first horror movie, though, that I've watched. There's so many I've watched over the years. But I definitely was already watching gore horror when I was like maybe 6 years old. But my parents, okay, this is the exception though. My parents were always watching with me. So, they reminded us this is not real, it's effects. And then I wasn't prone to nightmares either. So if I had a kid, I'd do the same probably. Like if they wanted to watch something more mature, I'd have to definitely sit in with them. Same thing with games. I don't care if my 5-year-old, 6-year-old wants to get into Elden Ring or something like that. Well, as long as they understand it's fiction and don't do the same thing in real life, yeah. Actual parenting. I'm looking at you, iPad parents. Giving children gadgets is not parenting. Even if it's an educational app. Nuh-uh. All right. Comedy movies during your younger days. But horror is my first time. Ah, so this. So. Mm-hmm. How can a will be a weapon? So I decided to pretend I'd seen nothing, and I let him keep this will. But then later, it just seemed to vanish without a trace. Aha! It's missing, guys. It's missing. What? Nani? What do you mean it vanished? It would seem that isn't the end of the story of this mysterious will. Bum 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 bum. Without the zooms and silence and walking, I've analyzed one corny Japanese horror movie to study of the worthy time. Well, how do I put it? There are movies wherein the long zoom ins and silence and just still frame has meaningful and actual symbolic usage or worth using it. But I would say in the newer shows, very few movies and series make use of it properly. I haven't watched a lot of Korean shows because I'm not really into them. I'm not into K-drama and movies. Nor am I into manhwa because the art style irks me a bit. But my mom likes K-drama a lot, and no offense, like the ones I've seen when she's watching, it's like so pointless. They're just staring at each other and it's not contributing anything. But when it comes to horror, a lot of old horror movies that uses the long stare and stuff, I would say were pretty proper usage. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exposition I wasn't able to understand. So. I mean, Japanese dramas are also kinda guilty of that. Like the early 2000 dramas, they also did the long stare that had no point. And then they'll just cut off the episode and be like, to be continued. And you're like, what the hell? 1 minute of content was staring or something? It's the same thing with K-drama. Ugh. Stop staring and get on. Alright. I was the only person who saw Asugi's will. But somehow it disappeared. It was after Asugi's execution.
Which was actually an elaborate jailbreak.
The warders gathered up Asugi's possessions that were in his cell. They were all to be sent back to his family home in Japan, you see. To poor Kazuma-sama. And you're saying that it wasn't anywhere to be found among his personal effects? The will, I mean. That's right. Though I didn't search through them myself. But Governor Caden was livid. He was screaming, "It cannot have disappeared completely." Wait, then... Oh-ho! Governor Caden, huh? He's the muscly guy. Remember? From the prison cell? The prison... So it's a whole cover-up. They know! Oh, this is getting juicy. That doesn't quite make sense though, does it? In what way? Well, we'd understood that only Mr. Vigil was aware of the will's existence. In which case, how did the prison governor know to look for it? Bob, Bob, Bob! Oh yes, you're right! I really don't know how he knew. But it certainly seemed as though he knew of the will's existence from the outset. Only he didn't refer to it as a will. What he said was... the Asugi papers. Huh? Alright, from all the crime stuff I've been playing and watching, I wonder if Genshin was trying to expose something. Was he gonna be a whistleblower? Oh, and maybe that's why they set him up as the professor serial killer thingy? Like he was just a scapegoat and, you know, at the same time eliminate the dude trying to expose you all? Oh! The Asugi papers? I really can't tell you anything of the subsequent events. Because, well, of what happened. Your dismissal and the way you blocked it all from your memory. I'd forgotten all this until today. I don't suppose it's relevant to the case, though. Well, anyway, thank you very much for sharing it with us, Mr. Vigil. We're very grateful. Yeah! Oh, I'm getting the tingly feeling. Ooh. This is getting juicy. I'm afraid there's really little more I can tell you. My wife Evie will be here shortly, so I do hope I don't appear rude, but... Oh, no, not at all. Thank you again. But what will become of you now? Well, impersonating a police officer is a criminal offense, of course. I imagine that once I'm fully recovered, I shall be arrested. I'm gomina sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't be, please. It was all my own doing. I always knew that this day would come. Well, I wish you well. Goodbye, Mr. Vigil. Goodbye. Before you go, there's just one thing! Yes, what is it? The Asugi papers. No wonder he's kinda loony. He's got some psychotic blocking of memory. I'd be very grateful if you'd make no mention of the things I told you about them. Presumably for some good reason. It's my understanding that their very existence is a closely guarded secret. If it became known that I'd remembered, well, it could be rather troublesome, I think. Well, technically he could be killed. I understand. Some sort of will that Genshin Asugi penned just before his death. Which the man himself claimed was his last weapon. I wonder. Perhaps it had something to do with his plan to escape. Oh, Richard, are you okay? He just suddenly stood up and bumped his balls. What is it, baby doggy? Oh, you wanna say hi? Yes, baby? Uh-huh. And then? You think the Asugi papers are out there? Yes, baby? Uh-huh. What else? Uh-huh. And then? Yes? Detective Uhtred on the case. If there's anyone who might know more about the document that Kazuma's father left behind,
It would be Mr. Vigil's governor.
then we know precisely where we must go. Back to Barclay Prison. To prison we will go. To prison we will go. Hi ho, da da ba dum. To prison we will go. Oh, look at him. He's like me. When I wake up and I realize I have to go to work. Asagi was innocent. Uhtred approves. Yes, my dog approves. Yes. And now he's licking my feet. Alright, prison. I was looking for Barclay Prison. Here, governor. Okay, I think it's this one. Uhtred's like, Kazuma-sama's dad is innocent. I feel so sorry for the bird. He's so tightly in the cage. It's like exactly his body. Make them pay, mama. So they show. I want this grandfather clock. It's very aesthetic and threatening. Beautiful and threatening. I like. Yes? Yes. 2nd November. Barclay Prison Governor's Office. It's okay, my baby doggy. Good baby. Hey, back again, are you? Yes? He really looks like Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. I've heard all about your investigations. I read the paper just now. You found him, eh? Vigil? Yes, luckily. Well, anywho, the laddie doesn't work no more. So your case now to do with... Oh god, he's... So your case now to do with Barclay. Meaning has nothing to do with Barclay. I wouldn't like you to get the wrong idea about that. Of course, yes. Mr. Vigil stopped working here 10 years ago now, so...
Yes, we've seen his dismissal notice, haven't we? He was given the chop. Choppu choppu. Boku wa choppa. Toni toni choppa.
Lol. Such a cute closet.
でしょ?
Aye, Kima. Aye, Kima, you can very well. You reckon very well. So how about we handcuff Biscuit?
Oh, they really are little handcuffs. And as hard as irons, too.
So what brought you doing here, Day? Well, there's something else we'd like to ask you about, actually. Is that so? Is that so? We believe there might have been a document that disappeared from Genshin Asagi's cell. I think it's been called the Asagi Papers or something. Ooh, we triggered the muscles. Oh, it's his comb. Then I know, say, Gregson's death is now to do with things that might have happened at Barclay. Leave the past in the past, laddie. Let's not footer about with irrelevant details. His expression changed completely. We're clearly onto something here.
Oh, busted.
10-year-old legacy. That murderers watched the execution and the whole miserable escape. They were Barclay's darkest hour, eh? A shocking embarrassment. Because the convict had a collaborator on the prison staff, you mean?
Arigato. Eh?
Agnes VA. Thank you very much, Pichu. I don't know if this is in YouTube or Twitch because my alerts are kind of wonky. But thank you wherever you are, Agnes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, where were we? For shame. The coroner who confirmed the death of the man after his execution called his teeth. And my chief warder at the time, Vigil, who was in charge of the whole affair. It's from Twitch. So. It's really funny. My alerts in Twitch are working fine, but here in YouTube, I wouldn't even know someone subscribed because it doesn't work at times. It's so weird. Ugh. So for those who have been subscribing or, doing stuff, thank you! I'm sorry if I don't know on real time, but thanks! Heart! Just trying to grow to 500. And then 1,000. Maybe make a little extra money to pay some stuff. Just joking, I just do this for fun.
But Mr. Vigil says he didn't know anything about it.
The rascal wouldn't say otherwise, eh? More handcuffs?
Oh, how could I say no? You can never have too much iron in your diet. はい、頑張りましょう。
When Mr. Vigil was handed his dismissal notice as a result of what happened, he was so despairing. He jumped out of your office window, didn't he? Hey, guys, I want handcuff biscuits too. I've only made the doggy bone shaped ones. Because I have a mold for like the dog bone thingy. So I made like cookies in that shape. The funny thing is I made cookies for dogs also at the same time. And I just didn't know which one was for humans and which was for the dogs because they were like the same. There were just a few changes in the ingredients. And I was like, oh no. Which is the human cookies? Which are the doggo cookies? In the end, we just ate it all. Because we didn't want to risk giving the human ones to the dogs by accident. But hey, it's human food grade, so... I didn't like to say, but that's just Vigil trying to get out of it. Do you think he would have jumped from the shock of his crimes being exposed to it? I do. You wouldn't say otherwise, though, wouldn't you? Of course, I can shun all responsibility myself. I shouldn't have let him deceive me. Actually, there's barely anybody that cares what went on at the time now. We Gregson and having been murdered and Dr. C forbidden from having any visitors. Huh, no visitors. Someone obviously doesn't want her giving anything away.
Well, we're not going home empty-handed.
And I wouldn't dream of sending you packing with now, Kima. Here, take a handcuff or two.
Oh, well, it would be rude to say no. Wouldn't want to become anemic.
Oh, I like Ira, she's so cute. And her jokes, the way she rides on the adult jokes and stuff. I suppose if there's anybody who might still care about what happened back then, it'd be that last from the forensic division, Maria Gory. Maria Gory? Hey, is that the kid? Aye. She's the daughter. She didn't have no more, just no one. But we haven't followed in her mam's footsteps. Oh my god, his English is so difficult. You didn't ever see her without a scalpel in her hand. Oh! The one with the doctor mask thingy. I'm going to pretend she's goth, because her outfit gives me goth vibes. So, how would we talk if we were goth? Mama, what is this? Where did she spring from? And did she just call the doctor Mama? I'll figure her voice out soon. Dr. Sis' daughter, Maria Gori. We could do with talking to her. Why is she called Gori though? So she's Dr. Sis' daughter, but her surname is Gori. Completely British. Yeah. So. Aye, there's some family history I'm sure about in the canon inns and courts of it. She grew up watching her mom working with the bodies of folk who died in strange circumstances, and decided to do the same way with her love. I can understand it myself. Perhaps she was driven by a deep respect for her mother. Perhaps. Anywho, she was in charge of Gregson's autopsy, I believe. Right, and the coroner's responsible for this incomplete report. Someone told me once that the wee lass always loved her mom's stories about cutting up bodies. There's even a rumor that she used to listen to the funeral march as a lullaby. Well then, perhaps her mother might have told her about the autopsy from the case 10 years ago. Oh yes, baby Utren, what's the problem, baby? You think she's weird little girl? I can understand, baby. My dog is like, I don't know if you guys hear him. That's all that deal with it? Huh? You don't like Gori? You think she's weird? Oh, you think she's cute? Oh, okay. And then? Alright, baby. I'd say there's a 40 chance at least. After all, that was a life-changing case for all of us. We really need to speak to Miss Gori herself about this, I think. Well, thank you very much. Loaf has spoken, yeah. The loaf has spoken. I'm not happy about any part of this. It took years for Londoners to finally forget the whole professor business. Can you now get up on this, laddie? Stop asking pointless questions. Oh, you finished cleaning the sink. That's good, Nishimiya-san. Domestic. Nice. Yeah, good boy. Cleanliness is next to holiness. I'm sorry, I don't like dredging up these painful memories for everyone. Can you just stay away, no? Leave me alone and then I come back here, eh? Hello, brother apricot. Say hi to chat.
Hello.
It's my brother. He's here to pick up the thread. He's currently hooked on Metaphor Fantasio because we just bought it the other day.
She can't play it because she needs to finish P3.
Yeah, I'm not playing it yet because I'm finishing Persona 3 Reload. No, I'm not streaming that because it's a game that's close to my heart. I'm just playing it for fun.
But she's almost done.
Yeah, plus I'm almost done. I'm literally just a few scenes away from the ending. Yeah, I think 2.
There's still the decision and then the actual final arc.
Yeah, I'm really near the end. But I do plan to play ReFantasio after. I'm thinking of not streaming it because I kind of just want to enjoy it. But I don't know, if you guys want me to stream it, let me know. If a lot are asking for it, then sure, no problem. One of the chatters, TPG, said, "Hello, my brother." Yes. We share my brother. Our brother. Yes, it's brother apricot. Our brother. Salute. Hail, brother. Our brother. Alright. Ah, yes, it is the voice of Onesan. She's in the dungeon. Because of the not good for the stream behavior? No, it's just that I like taking my time for those kinds of games. So they're the type of games I just want to get into without really talking at the same time or doing other stuff. But again, if you guys want me to stream Metaphori Fantasio, sure, no problem. I'll just make a separate file for it. Yeah. One for off stream, one for like on stream.
Yes, we are one big happy family. Yes, family. We'll just have to add Vin Diesel. Family. Yes.
All hail, brother. Sanisho? The next leader of the Apricot City. Well, actually, Onesan is the branch manager of one of the postal offices, so she's busy.
Yes.
Family Mart, we're coming after you. Just a joke for legal reasons. All right.
Yes, family. Family motto.
How'd you come to ken about that, laddie? There's no many folk even here in the prison who've heard of those papers. Oh, well... Oh no, I can't tell him Mr. Vigil told me. I'm afraid our sources must remain confidential, sir. We've been led to believe... sorry, this is Ryunosuke, lol. We've been led to believe the papers are actually a last will and testament, is that right? The professors, or rather Genshin Asugi's. If you hear Onesan again, you'll surrender to her? Are you sure? Is that a good idea? She might not take you alive. No prisoners, as she says. That's right. Prisoners are not welcomed. I'd rather take the heart and soul.
One-san, calm down.
Cometh knowing, dumbeth. Right. Aye, that's right. You're well informed, Jimmy. Jimmy is like a laddie boy or something like that for British, for I know. Oh, is that the end of the silent treatment? But rather after the convict's execution, it mysteriously vanished from his cell, didn't it? Heavens no! You're off at half-cock here, half-cock there. I think you didn't quite get your facts right. It was there in the cell, exactly where it should have been. Oh. Now what we heard elsewhere? She's here? Probably. Maybe. Onesan, are you here? Give us a sign. Are you here, Onesan? Be careful what you wish for. I may come, but not in the most present surprises. Be careful, ne? Not all wishes are dreams. Not all dreams are good. At times they are nightmares.
Wow, okay.
Guys, do you have a pack of salt somewhere and maybe some candles? I think we need protection. Let me just have a wee hook around in here. I'm sure I can find it. He probably has a fake one. Aye, here you are. Say. The last will and testament of Genshin Asugi, written with a calligraphy brush. How about sugar? Does that work? If you use sugar, you'll be summoning the gremlin Anzu. She likes sweet stuff. She'll probably come and swoop it from the floor or something.
See?
Just mention sugar or chocolate, she'll be lurking at the corner. Ah, where are you, little runt? But on mine it says, he leaves all his worldly possessions to his son back in his homeland. Yes, that's correct. That's the gist of it. So these are the Asugi papers? Question mark? Aye, of course they are. Papers written by Asugi. No doubt about it. Salt circle is done. Good, we're protected for now. There's no mystery here, laddie. That's your lot. After all, the Stramash... oh my god, what is that? I don't know this word. After all, the Stramasho that's laster of an execution. What on earth is this English? We sent the man's possessions back to his clan in Japan. And that was the end of it. I think we ought to make a record of this, Mr. Naruhodo, just in case. Ba-da-da-da, the Asugi papers. One thing before you go on your way, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes. Those papers are now due with Gregson's death. I'd prefer it if you didn't make no mention of them outside this office. Rather, I wouldn't just prefer it, considering an order from the highest level of your government. From all government. わかりました. I understand. Okay, we have evidence that we cannot really use as evidence, can we? なんでこれ? Moving out! I wonder where we're going next. Do we go back to the hospital? Oh, wait, Asugi is here, right? In the prosecutor's office. He's the new guy in the office. Maybe we can show it to him? Where? Oh, there's so many stuff in this episode. Presento. It's another level, the legendary British. Cosma, what do you make of this? Oh, okay. I'm not supposed... I guess it doesn't work. That's his dialogue when it's a wrong item to show. Wait, I don't think I've ever looked at the pocket watch. I don't remember. Chotto matte. Let's take a look at this. Oh wait, no, we already did. Okay. Huh. Yep, we already looked at it. Ah, never mind. And the ID, I believe we also looked at this already. Yeah, we did. There's a check mark on it. Yeah. We already did. Okay, okay. Naruhodo. Okay, let's try conversing. Nothing. Ah! Maybe looking for something instead? There's Lord Van Zeek's incredibly stylish desk. It's not my style though. No, I noticed you've been working at the little table on the floor, kneeling down Seizo style. I thought it was some kind of punishment set up by Lord Van Zeek when I first saw it. I find it the most comfortable way to work. I can't do it. After a couple of minutes of sitting with my legs folded under me, they start to go tingly. Don't exaggerate, Ryunosuke. We both know you can't even manage a minute. Burn. I don't think there's anything here except for that one. Is there anything on his desk? Nothing. Nani ka na? Nani ka na? Nani 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 na nani nani kana. Nani kana. We cannot converse also. Okay, get present. So not here. How do you even sit like that for so long? I don't know how to explain it, but I can. I can sit in Seiza style for over an hour. There's a technique to it so that your blood flow doesn't get cut off entirely. And then I definitely recommend moving your toes time to time to keep it going. Yeah, but I can do it for a long time. Are you sure we've asked everything we need? So we are missing something here in the prosecutor's office. Twist the legs-ish? That's one way, I guess. What can we... Nani kana? But we know we're missing something here, right? Wait, I have an idea. Maybe if we examine it. Because we didn't examine it yet. Okay. I, Genshin Asugi, hereby request that upon my death, and any and all material possessions and wealth belonging to me in London be delivered to my son, Kazuma Asugi, in the Empire of Japan. Okay, nothing sussy there. It is with deep sadness that I accept my fate in this foreign land, in the knowledge that I will never see my homeland or family again. But I regret nothing about my chosen path.
Hey.
Kinda sus, but very samurai-ish. Maybe if we talk about his dad? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, let's see if it's going to be any other different dialogue. Oh, looks like it's the same. Because I'm able to skip it, so it's the same dialogue. Oh, thank you for the watering and the posture check. Arigatou gozaimashita. Today we have milk. We have milk and cookies. That's right. Milk and cookies. Cookies. So yeah, looks like the dialogue's the same. Oh. Yeah, it's the same. It's chocolate chip cookies, my dear. Yes, that's right. Chocolate chip cookies. I wonder if we're supposed to find something though. Maybe we're supposed to present. My brain. Nani kuno. But out of all of the... Let me just think for a moment. Let me try presenting it again. Please acknowledge it, Cosmo-sama. Bless. Nope, he didn't. So sad. Okay, bye. Okay, we'll have to go through another way. We all went through this though. Ah, wait. We're trying to wait. Gome. Let me think for a moment. I hope it goes all the way back. No, it doesn't go all the way back. Okay, but wait. We're trying to her. We're trying to go look for Maria Gori, right? So maybe we're supposed to ask from here, because usually we can ask about the coroners and other staff through the prosecutors. So maybe. There we go. Yes. Maybe we'll be brought to the new location. This came up in the trial, didn't it? As something a little dubious, I mean. The fact that no time of death was recorded on Inspector Gregson's autopsy report. Oh, hello, brother and Uhtred. Yes, there was some unexpected turns in the courtroom earlier. The suggestion you came up with certainly took everyone by surprise. The idea that the victim died the previous day at some other location is quite something. Well, considering when the pocket watch had stopped and the scourge marks on the candles, it's certainly a distinct possibility. The evidence and the scene both point to it. To be honest, it bothered me too. So I paid a visit to the autopsy room earlier. The coroner responsible wasn't there, but I got a name. It's Dr. Gori. If it wouldn't trouble you, Kazuma-sama, we'd very much like to speak with the coroner too. Of course. The last thing I want is for anything to be brushed under the carpet. Scotland Yard's autopsy laboratory is behind Lowgate Cemetery. Lowgate Cemetery? By Barclay Prison, you mean? Ah, you know it, do you? The prison where my father was incarcerated and robbed of his life. Kazuma-sama. Well, thank you. We'll pay a visit to the laboratory later today.
Alright, no location.
Ryunosuke, I want to thank you. What for? For this. You safeguarded the soul of the Asagi clan. Well, it's a famous sword that's been in your family for generations, and of course I do it for my wife. I mean my husband, I mean my boyfriend, I mean my friend. My very good friend. My only slight regret is that I never got the chance to draw it before I returned it to you. Haruma is said to have been forged by a master swordsmith during the Sengoku Warring States period. I come from a long lineage of warriors, many of whom were expert swordsmen. Well then, you're a chief of the old block, I'd say. This blade, Haruma, is the symbol of the Asagi clan's honor and might. Apparently, one of my father's apprentices even took the blade's name for a surname. Really? Karuma? It does sound formidable, that's for sure. 16 years ago, when my father was a visiting student here in London, he had this sword forever at his side. Which is why it means so much to me that I have it by my side again now too. And that is all thanks to you. I ship them! Teary eye for some reason. True friends. True lovers. Yes, friends. Friendly lovers. Yes. 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 It was an honor. Yes, it's an honor. Yes. Damn, I shipped them so hard. Now I have preparation. I lost my way of speaking from being so happy. Now I have preparations to make for tomorrow. Perhaps I said a little too much. Kazuma, you've changed. No, Ryunosuke. I haven't changed at all. It's you who's changed. I can completely understand your resentment of Lord Van Zeeks given what happened. But the fact is, those events in this case are, well, unrelated. Is that what you want to say? How can you be so sure? Oh no, it's a lover's quarrel. Are you taking Van Zeek's side over mine? After all I've been through? After that speech I gave you? Huh? What do you mean? Never mind. That man is the Reaper, and it's for that reason that the inspector was killed. I'm going to prove as much in court tomorrow, by whatever means necessary. I can't let you do that, Kazuma. I know you'll do what you have to as a lawyer, but I'm sure I don't need to tell you that I won't be taking any prisoners in the courtroom. I would expect nothing less. Until tomorrow then, in the Old Bailey. では、また明日ね。
Ba-ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-chaka-chaka-chaka-bum, ka-bum, ka-chum-ba-da-cha-cha-cha-cha-chum.
To the forensics laboratory! Dun-dun-dun-dun. I absolutely love this room. I want my bedroom like this, or an extra bedroom like this. This place is really creepy, isn't it?
Well, being a dead room, it's probably full of the spirits of the dissected.
But actually, there's a rather pleasing scent of roses in the air. Ah, rose. Nice.
Well, being a dead room, the coroner probably needs a bold scent like that to mask the odor of death.
Iris? Do you think we could change the subject? Hey? What? Did you guys hear that? It sounded like someone sharpening knives. Eh? Perfumer. Oh, that's one of my favorite movies. Perfume, The Story of a Killer. I like that movie a lot. I like the story. It's in Netflix if you want to watch it. The twist will really be like, whoa, at the end, in my opinion. I think it's based off of a novel. But yeah, I like the movie. Despite tackling scent as a concept, the way it abstractly presents it was pretty good in my opinion. What was that?
What? Is it the onion ninjas? Ninja onions?
Oh. Uh, Dr. Gory? There she is! What? That noise before. I was sharpening my tools. No, she's younger, so she sounds too old that way. I was sharpening my tools. It'd be dead meat if I didn't keep a perfectly keen edge on them. I like her animation. Right. When following the collagen fibers in the dermis, an expertly sharpened scalpel cuts like cheese. Would you like a demonstration?
Oh, yes, please. I'd love to see it.
Oh, I...
Then, I think you'll do nicely.
Huh? No. I wouldn't do nicely at all. I mean, maybe some other time. I like her already. Oh, was that a tut? Well, we came here to ask questions, so... I like her animation. We have actually met before. I'm a lawyer, if you remember. You're not dead yet. What? So Mama said I wasn't to cut you open. She's so strict about things like that. Well... good? Dr. Sith has some scruples at least.
Yeah, it looks like she's not interested in talking to us. For the time being, anyway.
For the time being? You mean until we die? I hope that's a way off. I like her animation. Sorry, but I wasn't planning on dying anytime soon. Surely there's some less drastic way of making her listen. Maybe show her the autopsy report? Oh, sorry. That's the wrong item. Let's see what's the dialogue like. Could I ask your opinion about this? Don't forget. You're responsible for putting my mama in jail. Why should I help you? Oh, okay. A little less drastic. これですね。Dr. Gory, we actually came here to ask you about this. He was very good. Good? Sorry? His skin didn't snag my blade once, and very little miss. Well. His joints dislocated easily, and his muscle tissue was a pleasure to work with. We can skip those details. But there is one thing about the report that got my attention. You don't seem to have a record of a time of death.
That's not my fault.
Oh, she's cute. I like her eye makeup. Oh! Oh, that made me jump.
Then please, tell us what happened.
I like her. She's cute. So why doesn't this autopsy report include the victim's time of death then? It's really the most crucial detail.
I was told not to write it.
What? By whom?
Male Strongheart, the Lord Chief Justice. He came here.
Lord Strongheart came?
He said that from the witness statements about the gunshot and the other evidence, it was obvious. The man clearly died at 5 p.m. on 1st November when the gunshot was heard.
She's the goth fan's favorite character, lol. Definitely, I can tell why. I like her. But that's not the time of death you wrote in the report. You didn't write anything. Was there some reason you didn't include it? Oh no, my poor baby bread, you have no water. Hold on, guys. Just gonna refill the dog's water bowl. It's just really close to my desk. Hold on. Oh, baby, I can't let you starve. I mean, thirst. No baby of mine will be thirsty on the farm. My baby boy, my baby bread, he's smiling with water. Okay, where were we? Criminal apricot. No, I gave him water. I'm not criminal. He drinks a lot of water. He likes water a lot. Was there some reason you didn't include it? Dr. Gory, if you're hiding something under Lord Strongheart's instructions, then sooner or later you're going to go to the same way as your mother. Oh, she got triggered.
Give it here then.
What's she scribbling so furiously?
There.
You've written... What? What? What's she written?
Tell us!
Indeterminate. Damn, she really is a teenager. Indeterminate. What do you mean by that? Why was the time of death indeterminate?
When the specimen was brought in, it was still fresh. So the time of death could easily have coincided with when the gunshot was heard. But there was one small discrepancy.
What discrepancy?
There was some fried fish in the pocket of the specimen's overcoat.
Damn, Gregson died with his fish and chips.
And that fish had started to rot.
What?
If the victim liked fried fish,
He presumably liked to eat it before it went off. Well, yes. What are you really trying to say? It's possible that someone tried to manipulate the apparent time of death. Manipulate the... Is that even possible to do? Theoretically, if you were to chill the body in ice, you could delay the onset of putrefaction. And if the overcoat wasn't on the body at the time, then only the fish would have started to rot. With today's science, it's not yet possible to determine if the body was chilled or not. But today's science is advanced enough to let you freeze a corpse, it seems. But surely, to chill a corpse like that would require an enormous electrical refrigerator. And I don't imagine many households in London are equipped with such a device.
No, definitely not. But maybe in a factory? Or some other special places?
I don't recall seeing any factories or such like on Fresno Street, though. I wonder if the inspector's body had been chilled somehow. What might the actual time of death have been? I couldn't say for sure. But at the most, it might have been a day earlier. No! In other words, it would corroborate your previous deduction, Mr. Naruhodo. That Inspector Gregson was killed the day before his body was discovered, at a different location. Did you inform Lord Strongheart of this possibility? He simply said that there were no electrical refrigerators of that size in the vicinity.
How's that for her voice? Is it okay?
Oh yes, one other thing. It's something the governor of Barclay Prison told us. He said that your mother, Dr. Scythe, was responsible for confirming the death of the professor after his execution. The professor. Apparently, you always enjoyed listening to your mother's stories about her work, so we were wondering if you might know something about what happened 10 years ago. That's not all Mama did. Sorry? My mama carried out the autopsy of Clint Van Zeeks as well. Oh! Oh! That's... Oh! Oh! Okay, this is going deeper than we thought. Goodbye, intro. This is deeper than I thought. Oh. Oh my god, I have a crazy theory. It just clicked, but hopefully I'm wrong because that's going to be so sad if it's the truth. What if Clint, which is Van Zeek's brother, was the professor? And then the reason that Genshin Asugi became the professor was to take him down because he couldn't get caught. Oh wait, I could get the things wrong, right? Wait, can't remember. Oh well, who knows, maybe it's just a sudden theory out of nowhere. That would be such a twist of fate on Baruch's part. If ever, right? Hopefully I'm wrong, but yeah. But this could also mean that maybe the circumstances on Clint's death might have been a bit different. Right? 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 Yeah, at least she blinks. What? Really? The brother of Lord Van Zeeks? The professor's final victim? The idea of carrying out an autopsy on a member of the aristocracy was completely unthinkable back then. But the detectives in charge of the investigation insisted, and it was miraculously authorized. And that detective being Inspector Gregson, of course. Quite an accomplishment for one man. That autopsy provided the vital clue needed to arrest the killer. And Mama was there for that historic event. What does all this mean? You know, that amazing autopsy happened right here in this very room. The professor and Clint Van Zeeks. They both spent their final moments before their burial on that dissection table there. So this lab, Mama's lab, was instrumental in some of the country's most important events. She really is proud of her mother. I wonder if you'd tell us more about exactly what happened back then, Dr. Gory? The professor's execution was Mama's first big case. She had to be in attendance at Barclay Prison's execution chamber and sign the certificate to confirm the convict's death. Mama is the best coroner in the world, you know? I was so proud of her. But the execution didn't actually take place. No. And worse still, Mama actually helped with the jailbreak. I didn't want to know. Oh dear, you found out recently, you mean? I believed in her, in Mama, but now I wonder if I'm starting down the same path as her. You mean because you omitted the time of death on this autopsy report? But that's because Lord Strongheart forbade you from including it. Just like Mama. I'm sure she was coerced by somebody too. Yes, that's my feeling as well. There's no doubt that there were powerful forces at play 10 years ago. The execution couldn't have been staged without a lot of people at the prison knowing about it. Obviously, the prison governor must have been on it as well. The big man with the little handcuffs? According to what he told us, he was tricked by the chief warder. He says he knew nothing about it. OMG, my stomach hurts. I can't stop farting. Hey, what happened to you, Nishimiya-san? What did you eat? Or what did you drink? Of course he said that. I'd say the same thing. Just who is behind the jailbreak all those years ago? You mentioned the autopsy of Clint Van Zeeks.
It was at a time when carrying out autopsies of murder victims was very unusual. It's still not a practice that's observed in our country even now. It turned out that he was the professor's final victim. And when the autopsy was performed, Mama was present, although only as the secondary assistant. The person leading the procedure was called Dr. John H. Wilson.
Oh! Yo, this is... Whoa! Then that means the assassination of John H. Wilson, aka Iris's dad. It's related. The Swan Lady must have been hired by whoever, right? Whoa, this is so... I kind of like how this is all coming together. This is kind of cool. Your stomach hurts because you overdrank iced tea. Oh, lime. Take care, Nishimiya-san. You might fart your soul out. That's gonna be difficult. You're gonna have to put your soul back in somehow.
That's right, my daddy.
Which he doesn't know is dead.
And there was one other person present, the primary assistant. He was a visiting student from the Far East.
Is it Mikotoba? Wait, a visiting student? It must have been my father, Eugene Mikotoba. I had no idea Professor Mikotoba had been involved in something so important. Damn, everyone is involved. Deeper than we thought.
But the outcome of that historic autopsy was the discovery of a vital piece of evidence that led to the capture of the professor.
Far East? Wait, that's the former colony of Netherlands. Hey, nani? So far they're using the term the Far East as in Asia, specifically Japan. So, I don't know if it's being used as a term for other places back then, but in this historical context, it's the way to refer to Japan. Hi. In the present time, they are now Indonesia, Malaysia. Oh, well, probably they called several Asian countries Far East, in my opinion. So probably for the Netherlands, that's what they called Indonesia and Malaysia. So that's how they came to identify Genshin Asugi as an infamous mass murderer. Do you happen to know anything about that piece of evidence? Can you tell us any more?
Dotto, dotto, dotto. Would you like to see the records for yourself?
What? Would that be alright?
What's the point of keeping records if people can't look at them? They're filed under V at the back of those cupboards, with the other records from the last decade.
Thank you. Let's see. Van Zeeks. That's strange.
What, Mr. Naruhodo?
They aren't here. There's nothing under Van Zeeks. Oh. There must be. Oh, she's legit surprised. So she didn't know someone took the records. Oh. Perhaps somebody took them away? No. No one's allowed to take documents related to the professor case out of this room. But you're right. They're gone. Time. Well, when was the last time somebody looked at them? Do you remember? It was... Oh yes, I remember now. It was 2 years ago. The way she's looking up is a little weird. A consulting detective came one day saying that he'd like to see the records. Hold on. Utre, don't do that, baby. Please don't suddenly pee here in the room. Don't do that. You know better than that, baby. You want to go out again? You sure? Are you sure, baby? You want to go out? We'll have to call Brother Apricot again. Are you sure? You want to go? Super. Okay. Hold on, baby. I'll call Brother, ne? Alright, sorry for being muted. I had to call Brother for help. Assistance with the doggies. No. You don't mean... Herlock Sholmes was his name. Oh my god! Is he the bad guy? Is this working on the theory that Sherlock Holmes was like the Reaper and stuff? Oh my god! Oh brother! The Van Ziek's file of Baruch Van Ziek's older brother is missing, and the last detective who came to look at the files was Sherlock Sholmes. Herlock Sholmes, whatever. Oh god. Dramatic pressure got Uhtred. Deep down, I knew that was coming. Do you think he stole the records? Oh no, surely not. Iris, that can't be, right? Can it? Iris? Oh no.
Bruno? I hope you don't mind, but...
What is it, Iris?
I just remembered something very important I have to do. I'm going to have to leave you now.
Oh, this is very sudden, Iris. Well, we'll come with you then.
Oh no! No, there's no need. You and Bruno can take your time here. Bye for now then. Good luck.
Oh, that's sus. Wait a minute, little girl.
Me?
I remember now. You've been here before, haven't you? Have you, Iris? Yes. 2 years ago, when that detective came, you were with him, weren't you? You were a living specimen then, too. That's the way it usually works, yes.
Was I? I really don't remember. Anyway, sorry, but I must dash.
Oh, yes, baby. What's wrong? What is it, Uhtred? Why are you sniffing my mug?
Uh-huh. Yeah? Yes, baby.
Oh, you think they stole it and Iris knows? What is it, baby? You have suspicions?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yes, baby?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright, just a moment. I'll just help my brother to get him because Uhtred has this thing that he hates going with people who are not me. So, just a quick dash. Just like Iris, I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry for that. Dogo duties. Mama duties, ne? He's always faking it. When someone else is coming to get him, my dog is going to like pretend, I'm not going, I changed my mind. And then when they go, he's gonna bug me. He's like, I wanna go with you, Mama. Take me outside. Please. Alright, okay, where were we? Wait, Iris?
I'll brew up a pot for you when you get home.
Whoosh! Oh, that's fast. What's the matter with her? She's behaving really strangely all of a sudden. Well, in that case, we won't keep you any longer either. It's been quite a while since I had any visitors. This was really fun. But next time you come, I'd prefer it if you were ready for dissection. I can't make any promises, sorry. It's a bit strange that the records of Clint Van Zeek's autopsy have disappeared. But I think we've asked all we came to ask now. Damn. Where should we go next? Maybe back to the apartment? But actually, Iris is the professor and 50 years old. Like, that reminds me of the... What movie was that? The Orphan, was it? Wherein they adopted an orphan girl that they thought was a little girl, but turns out she's like an adult, but has like a condition that doesn't let her, you know, develop physically as an adult. Like she looks like a child still. And then that was based on an actual real life case. Yeah, it's an actual real life case. I think in America. Wild, right? Wild. I wonder where we can go next. There's no clue with Sasato's dialogues here, so let's see. We already talked about the whole thingy-mabob. So, maybe we're just supposed to go back to the scene of the crime? Ah, here! They'll believe we visited this for some time. Okay. Alright. The police are still busily investigating in here then. But China's nowhere to be seen. Where is she? Yes, it has been wistfully quiet, hasn't it? Perhaps she's out investigating on her own, practicing what her boss taught her. Well, I expect she'll be back before too long. Shall we wait? 待ちましょうか? Actually, there's something different about this room since the last time we were here, isn't there? We could always use the time to investigate more thoroughly. What if we all were the professor? Oh, how did you know? You now must be Silence TPG. Oh, this chest is new. I don't remember that before. Santa Claus probably gone through the... Oops. Ah, damn it. Gone through the chimney here some time ago. Ah, 何これ? Yeah, I think that's the only thing new. Okay, let's go with the chest. This little trunk wasn't here before, was it? Oh! It appears to be made of metal. It must be very heavy. I wonder to whom it belongs. But you can't silence me, I'm the professor. Well, I'm the dean! Imagine if there's another serial killer who's worse and they call him the dean. Or the principal. Damn. Damn. What's higher than that? The investor. There's some initials on the outside. Look. TG. Tobias Gregson? Tobias Gregson? Is this his? Let's ask one of the policemen if they know how it came to be here. Oi! What you think y'all doing? That's my trunk, that is. Hands off. Gina! Where were you hiding? I don't know. You leave something unattended for a few seconds and every Tom, Dick and Harry's got his greedy eyes on it. Just a wild guess, Gina, but I have tenure, so there. Touché, TVG. Touché. Whoa, spit it out, Odo. Is it fair to say that you've only owned that trunk since this morning's trial? What? What are you trying to say? Come on, this trunk goes with me everywhere. Always has. Where you've been the last year? Trying not to incur your wrath, mainly. Conversaciones. You should hear them poking at the yard now. They should be ashamed of themselves. They're saying that it was the boss who killed all of them bludgers. Ah, you mean the whole Reaper thing? Yeah. Apparently the boss was investigating stuff that no one else at the yard knew nothing about. Stuff to do with all the criminals who got off scot-free. Yes, the ones prosecuted by Lord Van Zieks who used bribery and corruption to evade conviction. Well then obviously it was that bloomin'... Should be bloody. Reaper giving the orders, wasn't it? But why would people be suspecting Inspector Gregson of being involved in the killings? That's a good point. There was a notebook hidden in the office. Oh no, this doesn't sound good. It had details about all the crimes that have been pegged as the Reaper's work. What? No. Did you see it, Gina? Did you see the notebook? They wouldn't flaming let me. 'Cause I'm just an apprentice apparently. But it was me who found it, and it was my boss. That's right. I was pretty miffed about it, so I sneaked a peek at it. At what he said. Oh. That's our Gina. The secret notebook. Himitsu na noto. So you managed to see what was written in Gregson's secret notebook anyway, did you? Well, I see it. It's my right to read what he wrote. And what had he written, Gina? Dates, times, places, names, and all in list of him. All details about the blood you're supposed to have been done in by the Reaper. But there could be an explanation for that. Perhaps it was a record of the inspector's investigations into the Reaper's activities. Exactly! That's what I said. That's the first thing you'd think, right? As it happens, it was full of names I recognized anyway. Well, the Reaper's targets were mostly exclusively known leaders of London's criminal underworld. Well, yeah, but there was one name right at the end that was a bit old. At the end of the list, you mean? I'm pretty sure the date against it was 31st October. Oh, the day before the inspector was found dead. So, what was the odd name? It wasn't like a name I've ever seen before. It was something like, Nah, it's no good, I can't remember it. I don't think it was an English name, put it that way. Oh dear, what a pity. Oh no, it's not an English name. It had to be Japanese. There was something else too. I don't know if it matters, but the surname kept coming up over and over. Shin, it was. Don't suppose it means anything. Oh no, the judge! Oh no, we haven't seen him, right? Oh no, is he dead? Did you say Shin? Or did you say Shin? Eh? What? It does mean something. Lord Van Zix knew the name too. He mentioned her as well. Oh wait, no! That's my dum-dum brain. Shin... assassin, right? The assassin. Sorry, I forgot. I was thinking of the judge for some reason. But Shin was the assassin. The Swan Lady, I believe. The woman who actually did the deeds. And now we found out her name appeared in Gregson's secret notebook. Assassin. There we go. I remember. It was a pun. I think one of you pointed it out. It was a pun for assassin, right? We haven't seen you for a little while, have we, Gina? Well, of course not. I've been busy, ain't I? Investigating and not. The lads at the yards are trying to trace the boss's movements the day before it happened. The day before? That would be the undercover investigation into the Red-Headed League, then. Only the boss didn't go, did he? You found some covert was pretending to be evidential, though. Yes, it was Mr. Virgil who actually went to the park in Lime Street that day posing as Gregson. Well, anyway, you ain't the only one turning stuff up. I've got me my own ways of getting results. When me and my partner here get together, there's nothing we can track down. We can't track down. Oh, little Toby! He's such a faithful friend. Arf, arf. So, have you tracked anything down then? What you think, eh? Course we have. Can't tell you though. Police business, innit? Anyway, the point is, if you lot ever need any help, you know who to turn to, right? Me and the hellhound here. Right, because he looks oh so hellish, honest. So cutie. The hellhound. Wait, I just realized, did she name the dog Toby as a reference to Tobias? He named it after Gregson? Hello, Utrecht. Welcome back. You missed the appearance of little Toby. Good BB. Gina, about your hellhound here. Chief Inspector Toby, you mean? He's the pride of the force, he is. In Japanese, police dog means something quite different and not altogether nice to those involved in crime. But here in Britain, it's a wonderful compliment, it seems, for a canine at least. It should be, after all, the great exhibition case the other day. It was Toby here who managed to locate Drebber's workshop. So cutie. Maybe it's time for another demonstration of what this super dog can do, eh? Do you have something the Chief Inspector could catch the scent of, I wonder? Oh, it's cute that they call it Chief Inspector. Cutie, so cute. Okay, I'm guessing it might be... Oh, maybe we're trying to look for... What's his name? Sherlock Holmes? But we don't have anything that belongs to him though. I don't know. We don't have anything, right? I mean, all the stuff we have belonged to Greg's son, so... Okay, you know what? I'll go with the red wig since anyway the Red League people are related.
Take that!
Well, Chief Inspector Toby, if you wouldn't mind having a sniff of this. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. He might be a little too keen, don't you think? That's so cute. The Chief Inspector made short work of Gina there. Hey? Oh, the trunk. Look what he's gone to. Oh my! That trunk clearly still has a very strong scent. Yeah, he's the sniffer-doodle. He's the sniffinator. Of Inspector Gregson. In other words, it must have belonged to him. Oh, Gina. All right, it's a fair cop, I suppose. And you nearly got away with it too. You always talk so proudly of Chief Inspector Toby's nose and what it can achieve. Did it not cross your mind that he might identify something that was right next to us? Yeah, that was a bit of a bloomer, wasn't it? That's enough now then, Gina. Hey? I think it's time you told us the truth about that trunk. What's in the trunk, Gina? It won't like that. It's just what? What are you talking about? I know what's going on through your that head, yours, but that ain't what happened. Oh, nani, Nishimiya-san? You accidentally went to Onesan's private room? Eh? Careful not to touch the toys. I believe she just sanitized them already. Alright then, what did happen? Well, like I said before, we've all tried to trace the boss's movements. There's no salvation to an honor. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I have a collab with Nekari in Twitch on Wednesday. So she's a fellow Filipino VTuber. And it's supposed to be ASMR-ish. We just had the idea last night while I was in my Twitch stream. So we're going to be attacking everyone's ears, basically. Yeah. So, yeah. We're gonna be attacking people's ears on Wednesday. She already made the script, and I saw what I had to say, and I was like, okay. So, yeah. If you're into ear candy, I guess, you know, that side of anime. Or, you know, basically Onesang, then we'll be streaming in Twitch at 8 o'clock GMT plus 8. Yeah. I'll post about it, don't worry. Yeah. Alright. And where were we? Alright, Gina. So, I let Toby here have a whiff of the boss's overcoat, and as soon as I donned that, it went off like a shot. Ah, look at that, so cutie! Straight to the sandwich. To a sandwich? Not to a bag of chips? Mr. Naruhodo, I believe Gina means the witness. Oh, I forgot about that sandwich. Alright, I forgot about him too. Yeah, he had it eaten between them wooden balls of his, the boss's trunk. I stole it. You mean when they heard the sound like a gunshot and all piled in here? Exactly. He nabbed it from the scene. Goodness. Me and the chief inspector gave that sandwich a good grilling, and you know what he said? I thought it might fetch a good price and the chap wouldn't be needing it anymore, so... Well, that's all I did, nothing more. Would you Adam and Eve the check every day? Stealing the dead boss's stuff to flog? So Miss Venus wasn't the only one to meddle with the scene of the crime then. Yeah, bye, I'm dead. Oh? How come, Nishimiya-san? Why you die? What happened? Why are you dying? How could they? So, anyway, that's how it happened. And it's a pretty decent trunk, so I figured I might as well make use of it. Is there somewhat wrong with that, eh? Well, maybe you and Mr. Sandwich should try to find the answer to that question together. I think perhaps the trunk should be turned over to the police, don't you? What are you on about? I am the police! Well, she's not wrong. Gina, if you wouldn't mind, could we have, you know, maybe examine it? Yeah, alright then. Do what you want with it. Thank you. We should make a detailed record of your examination of the evidence. Da-da-da. Greg's trunk. Hey? Hey? What's the matter with Toby? Why is he acting so aggressively towards me all of a sudden. Mr. Naruhodo, be careful! It must be the trunk! Ah! Ah! Toby, what are you doing? You're going to lick his face off! Mr. Naruhodo! Mr. Naruhodo! Gina, quickly, hail a carriage! Yabe. Nanda? Eh?
Why did Toby get so aggressive all of a sudden towards the trunk?
That was weird. Nani kana? I am conscious. I am conscious. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, are you alright? Miss Sato? Ah, my conscious again at last. A blessed relief, my dear fellow. After all, to drop dead after a moderate licking by a small turbia. Most unseemly. Oh, okay, so Toby didn't bite him. He just licked him to death. Mommy. What is or isn't seemingly is irrelevant here, Mr. Sholmes. The animation for Mr. Sholmes. That was funny. I'm so glad there's no lasting damage. How are you feeling? I'm fine, thank you. Did you bring me back here? What's this on my head? A bandage? Sadly, we had no ice, so that's a compress of sugar water. Sugar water? Don't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. It's a first aid treatment that my father taught me. Oh, thank you. So, let us take tea while you're feeling up to it. But of course, no sugar in the patient's cup. The bump on my head is throbbing sweetly enough, don't worry. Ah, arigato for the hydrate and the posture check. Whenever you feel ready then. Stretch! Wait, my mic is gonna fall off. Oh! There we go. Stretchy, stretchy. Oh, I ran out of milk. Well, I have water. Where's my water? There we go. Alright. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? It's rather unusual to find ourselves here in the middle of our investigations. It's just occurred to me that I might have forgotten something when we left this morning. Please don't worry. As long as you continue to investigate thoroughly, you won't go far wrong. Oh yes, of course. I must get back to work as soon as possible. Wait, can't I talk to Sholmes? Hey Sholmes, I heard you be hiding some papers. Is this true, my little lemon friend? Thank you for your concern, Mr. Sholmes. My dear fellow, think nothing of it. I must say I was quite startled when I heard that you've been attacked by a dog. For a moment I feared that infamous murderer of so many had come back from the dead. You mean the professor? Fortunately, I see your prized throat is unscathed. That stiff turned-up collar of yours obviously afforded some welcome protection. Was I that close to death? All I really remember is the dog licking my face over and over and over and over again. Well, if you wish to avoid such troubles in future, a little mustard spread on the cheeks should do the trick. I should think that would balance the sweetness of your bandage rather splendidly. Weird. I guess we're supposed to move? Alright, the tea. They were talking about the tea. Oh, Iris should be home too, right? She said she'd be giving us a pot of tea.
Mit dem Schwarzbiergebot brodelt wie ein Feuerberg, den Schlund es mir verbrannt, ach Hopfen deine Wut.
What is that?
And
isn't that Mikotoba's father? Eh? This looks like a murder scene. Iris, is everything okay? What on earth is going on here? Am I having a bad dream? Ah, no, it's an old German folk song. Rather fine rendition, I think. That's the least of my concerns. Iris? He's not even looking at us. What happened? Iris, what's the matter? Eh? Why is she making tampo? Who is that sprawling, that relaxed gentleman over there? Iris? Is she even listening? Excuse me, sir. I do apologize for troubling you whilst you're singing so merrily, but would you be kind enough to explain this situation? Well, that worked. A crooning gentleman and a mute young girl. A rather tantalizing juxtaposition. And one that appears to have incited the gods of deduction within me to find their voices too. Huh? Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Oh, is he gonna do the dancing thing? The strains of reasoning within me are playing now as a delightful duet. One melody sings of a reunion full of nostalgia, with the other is a morose theme about the great secret you're trying so desperately to conceal, Iris. She's turned as white as a sheet. So, as usual, you've instantly seen to the very heart of the matter. And by the time my own brief performance is over, I feel sure this gentleman's song will reach its finale. So then, to music land where all is sweetness and delicacy and harmony. Pray do enjoy Herlock Sholmes' latest logic and reasoning spectacular. The Great Deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Man's identity. Firstly, we consider the gentleman's nationality. Clearly, he's a German with no grasp of the English language. What? As evidence, by the Germanic song he sings and his apparent inability to understand when asked to desist. Wait, is he singing? So why is the man here at all in such apparently high spirits? This reminds me of someone who falls asleep on a chair. The answer, of course, Iris, is clearly known to you. Indeed, we need only follow the gaze of these bright young eyes to unravel that particular part of this mystery. The reason for the man's mildly irritating wobbling is revealed by the herbal tea. Iris is so cute. You obviously offered our German guest a cup of your latest herbal blend. The tea's delectable flavor has made the man's spirit soar and resulted in this joyful dirty tumbling incessantly from his lips. I eagerly await sampling the flavor myself that I may join the fellow in his state of elation. Now to the next question. Who exactly is this gentleman awaiting himself so thoroughly off the city? City. I don't know how to read that. Eh? As it happens, a number of years ago now, a certain gentleman of German origin engaged my services in solving a particularly delicate case. He required the retrieval of letters once sent to an acquaintance that might have proved problematic. In order to conceal his noble identity, he also arrived at my office in a mask. Hey? The gentleman's name was Wilhelm Goldstrich Sigismund von Ormstein. I probably butchered that name. I apologize. I don't have any German in me. Hi, pardon, I sneezed. Wilhelm Goldstrich Sigismund von Ormstein. I tried. Bless me, yes. Imagine saying bless you and then the person starts chanting Latin. Turns out they're possessed. Yes, it's true. My baby. The King of Germany. If my memory serves, the mask worn by this gentleman is identical. But that's a mask that Cosimo wore. Yes, there can be no question that mask belongs to the King of Germany. It would appear that His Majesty remembers the fine service I afforded him and has decided to show his face again, mask and all, in order to express his gratitude. A well-mannered monarch indeed. Wouldn't you agree, my dear fellow? Iris's face is so funny. So, the identity of this masked visitor is in fact my former client, the King of Germany. Indeed, his son is currently in London as well, enjoying the wonders of the Great Exhibition. Conclusion: the King of Germany. German bread is delicious. Gomen, I had to sneeze again. Something irritated me. Nani kore? Maybe the Germans are cursing me for mispronouncing the name. Just a joke for legal reasons. Okay. Which leaves us with one remaining imponderable. Yes, you, young Iris. But your apparently inexplicable silence is unable to hide the truth. Eh? Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that knapsack. A £5 note, I believe. I must say, as your compatriot, I'm deeply saddened. It would appear that you've allowed yourself to be bribed into silence by His Royal Highness, earning yourself some spending money in exchange for keeping quiet about the king's secret. And now the final piece of the puzzle. She has something in her mouth. She hasn't said a word the whole time. What is the secret you strive to hide with your silence, Iris? Ah, yes. We need only follow that brief involuntary twitch of your eyes to find the answer. What is that? Oh, the teacup handle. Yes, a thread. What is it? Hey, baby. It's okay. It's okay, doggy. You were attempting to abscond with that coffee cup. My favorite coffee cup, in fact. Or should I say, the handle of my favorite coffee cup. It appears that His High-Spirited Highness broke it in the midst of his high jinks. Which leads us to the sad truth. My favorite coffee cup has been broken by the King of Germany, and Iris, you tried to conceal it from me. I can't believe this. Well, then again, if someone broke my favorite mugs, I'd probably be depressed. I have a lot of mugs. I like collecting mugs, especially those with weird designs or, you know, not the usual shape of mugs. I love them so much. My current favorite mug is from the Disney store that opened here in the Philippines. Ito, you guys know Beauty and the Beast, the Disney movie version? So there's like a character named Chip, which is a boy who turned into a teacup. So basically they were selling mugs that look like him. And yeah, it's pretty good. I like it, and it's quite big. And every single one of them are favorite. Yes! Every single one of them is a favorite. If anything goes missing or broken, I would know. I would know. I would know. I shall have a bill sent via governmental channels to the German royal family for its replacement. Conclusion: to hide the coffee cup. The face. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this painful puzzle. He's so done with it. With your silence as well, the fellow's jovial, wobbling rather rings in the ears, does it not? Mr. Sholmes? I must say something does rather trouble me. Pray, Mr. Sato, do tell. His Royal Highness doesn't appear to have moved a muscle since we arrived. Ah. Sholmes did the ah. And you haven't said a word either, Iris. If Mr. Sholmes has it all right, you might as well own up to it now. Your reasoning isn't entirely without substance, I must admit. And one other thing, Mr. Sholmes. Yet another grievance, Mr. Naruhodo? Surely not? Well, I actually read the story of that case recently. The one you were describing. And according to that, at least, it wasn't the king of Germany. It was the king of Bohemia. Goodness, was it? Ida Shams gives, for some reason, Gintoki Sakatab. Actually, yeah, he does give Gintoki vibes, doesn't he? Yes, that's quite true. Master Gotz, the prince, testified to that in court. In his words, I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia. He's a British Gintoki. I would ask you to keep that minor error to yourselves. It could easily become quite a scandal. I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that it's our turn now to make some corrections to a number of minor errors I may have slipped in. Yes, even Mr. Sholmes is willing to admit he might be slightly wide off the mark this time. Although it's clear that Iris is defiantly hiding something. We need to find out the truth behind this mysterious scene. But one truth is incontrovertible. My favorite coffee cup is no more. So, shall we embark again? On a joint presentation of Herlock Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular? Do-do-do. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Okay, let's see where we're... She's probably looking at a radio. Because there's no way he's singing this. So I won't read the whole thing again since he basically just says the same stuff. Okay. So we just follow the gaze of her eyes. I doubt it's herbal tea. So what? Is it some mix of herbs that gives you the urge to sing? Goodness, I should like to try some. And I'd like to hear your singing, but this man... Just how long does he intend to keep up with that tune, do you suppose? As I said, he's been stock still the entire time. And if you look closely, his lips aren't moving either. Ah. So, I'm not sure what's actually responsible for the spirited singing. But I suspect the answer lies at the end of Iris's gaze. Alright, so time to move. Eh? Nani kore? Huh? I can't move? Oh, there, now I can. Wait, this is a gramophone, still rarely seen in our country. The sound certainly appears to be coming from the home. But machine singing? That can't be right. Science and technology are changing the world rapidly, Mr. Naruhodo. What's right is changing too. It's too much for my brain. Well, at least we found our answer. Present.
Take that!
The reason for the man's mildly irritating wobbling is revealed by the gramophone. He's so into our face. Indeed, For no well-bred gentleman would break into an obscure folk song when making a social call. In other words, this gentleman isn't singing at all. In fact, it would appear that the fellow is unconscious. But why? I hope he's alive. That's all I'm praying right now, he's alive. Yes, Uhtred? Ah, the music seems to have stopped now. I ask you, Mr. Naruhodo? Eh, Nani? Hello, baby boy. Uhtred's staring at me with so much judgment. Nani? Are you jealous of the chat right now, Uhtred? Yes? Why would I have purchased a recording of that gibberish? How should I know? Well, never mind, on with the deduction. Who exactly is this gentleman availing himself so thoroughly on the city? Wait, do you think she found out that her dad's dead? From that piece of paper? Well, anyway. As it happens a number of years ago, okay, so he's continuing his spiel from earlier about the gentleman from Germany. And then maybe out of shock, she accidentally knocked him out or something. I don't know. Or maybe they were playing around and then... I don't know. It's quite weird. But there's something in her mouth. She absolutely refuses to speak. Unless she's just really pouting all the way through. Okay, the mask. Although we've already established that it was actually the King of Bohemia, it seems Mr. Sholmes intends to persist with his Germany theory for some reason. Come to think of it, the young prince was wearing a mask as well, wasn't he? And Master Gotz? The boy whom you had in tears? Don't remind me, or anyone else. Do you suppose all members of the aristocracy of mainland Europe wear masks? I'm sure they do. Well, probably anyway. The point is that mask doesn't belong to any king. No, that's right. As we well know, because we can identify the true owner of this mask. Yep, it was Mr. Kazuma-sama.
Take that!
Oh yeah, you might be right, Zudi. Maybe it's from the tea. After seeing what happened to him, Iris decided not to swallow it. Yes, there can be no question that mask belongs to Kazuma Asugi. In other words, my memory is sublimely unreliable. Only you could try to make that sound positive. Kazuma's mask has been languishing on this metal chest for several days, though that doesn't explain why the gentleman is wearing it now. Iris is a poisoner, I believe. Lol. But it is now a simple matter to determine our guest's true identity. After all, the gentleman is unconscious. We need only excuse ourselves in advance, gently lift the mask and peer beneath it. It's Mikotomo Papa. I don't believe it. Ah! Father? I'm afraid, Mr. Sato, you must be mistaken. No, I think not, Mr. Sholmes. Then it would appear our logic and reasoning has once again revealed the truth. This mysterious visitor is my unconscious father, Eugene Mikotoba. Logic and reasoning. We're just looking and saying. Naruhodo is such a mood. I'm totally Naruhodo right now. Whew. Which leave us with one remaining imponderable. Yes, you young Iris. Okay, so he's back to his original spiel. So yeah, maybe Zuri is right. Maybe she's just not drinking the tea. Maybe the tea makes you sleep. Ah, maybe the note is a recipe of what she made. So that's a £5 note poking out of Iris's knapsack? Oh dear, I can't be sure. Most money that we encounter is in coin form. I know, I'm not even sure if we've seen any banknotes here in Britain at all, have we? But anyway, Father would never have paid money for Iris's silence. He certainly seems like the silent type himself though, judging by his present state. There must be some other reason for Iris's silence, I suppose. Perhaps what Iris is trying so hard not to give away with her eyes is something entirely different. Huh, what could it be? Oh, is it the teapot? Oh, but it's not highlighted though. Can't go up and down, so it should be somewhere. This metal chest? It contains important documents, doesn't it? Yes, details of all the cases Mr. Sholmes has worked on over the years. Written up by Iris's father, if I'm remembering correctly. Iris insists that the chest is kept locked at all times. She's never once shown me inside. Oh, it's open. Well, its contents are invaluable to her, I suppose, and entirely irreplaceable. But look at it now. The catch is unlocked for once. Oh, so it is. That's hard to ignore. Very. I've never seen that chest unlocked before, in all the time we've been staying here at Baker Street. Did she peer inside?
Take that!
I wonder why. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that metal chest. An excellent observation! For upon closer inspection, there is something different about the chest's appearance. It's kept locked at all times, yet now the catch is open. Evidently, it has something to do with your refusal to speak, Iris. But it's a simple enough matter to incite you to speak, I'm sure. I merely need open his chest. This chest. Nani kana? Here we go. Hurley! Don't! Mr. Schultz! Hurley! Hurley! Oh boy! Oh, it's raining. Is that what you were trying to tell me, Uhtred? It's okay, baby. He's dead. Look at him, it's so funny. Why is there a Jack in the Box? Never!
Oh, Hurley, I told you not to open it.
Ah, so you found your voice now, Iris. In other words, what just happened clearly reveals the truth here. Yes, the real reason for your silence until now is... this is somewhat different to the usual dance of deduction you perform with Mr. Sholmes, isn't it? Yeah, the same trajectory. 100% aim accuracy, man. Well, he's left me alone on the ballroom floor, so I'm going to have to dance this next part solo. And anyway, I need to get to the bottom of this for my own peace of mind. Now then, Iris isn't usually the silent type, so... You mean you don't actually know the answer yet, despite it knowing point of the finger before? Mr. Sato, sometimes a man needs to point his finger first and think later. What? Oh, well, if you say so. I think we'd better examine Iris more closely and try to rescue the situation then. Is it this? Nope. I guess we can take a look at the note then. For some reason, this knapsack is really standing out as suspicious to me today. Oh, is it? It's quite sizable enough for a sizable secret, that's what I say. Perhaps it is, but we certainly can't open it up to look inside without Iris' permission. No, you're right. Who knows what might pop out and punch us? Oh, the key! That wasn't there before. She's holding a key. He's the one who unlocked it. Yes, the real reason for your silence until now is the key behind your back. When Mr. Sholmes was thrown in the air before, just before you called out to try to stop him, you slipped something out of your mouth. Oh, she had the key in her mouth. That something is the key now in your hands. No doubt the key to the chest.
You're so clever, Bruno.
So now it becomes clear. Thanks to Mr. Sholmes' graphic demonstration, we can well imagine what happened here. But...
But...
before Professor Mikotoba also opened that metal chest only to be punched in the air and land sprawled onto the city.
But wait! That doesn't explain all the facts.
What about the stylish scarf and the cup of tea, and above all, why would he be wearing Kazuma-sama's mask? Well, for those curious details, I can think of only one explanation. Clearly, an unbelievable miracle took place in this room. Okay, maybe they were having a tea party? I'm starting to think maybe it's a tea party. Isn't that right, Iris?
Huh?
Oh, it was on... It was on the chest. Okay, I forgot about that. Consider how the room was arranged before this whole painful experience took place. When Professor Mikotoba opened the chest, completely unaware of what awaited him inside, the mask was flung into the air just as he was, only to land neatly on his face when it fell back down. And the teacup's journey through the air ended when it caught on the unconscious professor's finger. What? You mean to say that the stylish scarf is actually just a tablecloth? This is the Great Detective's office, after all, a place of miraculous deductions. Huh? Sasato's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Would you expect anything else?
Yes, you're right. It happened exactly as you said.
Brilliant, Bruno! Thus concludes Ryunosuke Naruhodo's great deduction of this punchy puzzle. That's a whole ass coincidence for it to happen that way.
So then, why don't I make a fresh pot of tea for us all?
Objection!
Oh! An admirable performance, Mr. Naruhodo. Wow, his recovery is good. But in the final act of the show there, you rather missed everything of importance. Mr. Shows? If you would cast your mind back to my earlier deduction, Iris, clearly you're hiding a great secret.
Huh.
She is? From the look on her face. He is a somewhat boxer after all, yeah. Mr. Sholmes must be right. Whatever that great secret is, the cat is not out of the bag yet. So I put it to you again. You were attempting to abscond with that coffee cup? It really is a shame about Mr. Sholmes. Cup. Oh! This is blasphemy. We don't put apostrophe S when a word or name ends in S. It should only be an apostrophe. Whoa! Who did this? This is a crime. FBI, open up. Nani kore? It must have been smashed when Professor Mikotoba opened the chest. Oh dear, so many things seems to have been broken here. But now that the deduction has taken a different direction, Iris doesn't seem to be trying to hide the broken cup anymore. In other words, her great secret is something else. Let's put our observational skills to work here one final time then. Lol. And maybe it is the note, right? Wait, let's look around another. Has to be the note. Mikotoba. Has to be the note, right? Surely this time at last the knapsack is going to be the answer. I'm really not sure. Why are you so intent on showing Iris's bag to be complicit in these events? Big enough to carry things around, Mr. Naruhodo. That's what bags are for. Under the plate? Oh, I didn't think of that. Let's check. So the knapsack might never see limelight? I really wouldn't like to say. Under the... Oh, you're right! There is something there! Is this the missing file? Ah, look there! There seems to be some more papers there. Is Iris trying to hide them under the tray?
Nice one, Zuri.
The insignia, Mr. Naruhodo. It's an official Scotland Yard document. Ah, it's still Sato. It's an official Scotland Yard document. What? But why would Iris have... We must ask her. Oh no, it's the report, isn't it? It has to be. Oops.
Take that!
Teko dato. Smosh! You were attempting to abscond with that case file. Iris, as you know very well, nothing escapes the attention of a great detective.
Oh no!
We visited Scotland Yard's autopsy laboratory earlier today, and Dr. Gorey informed us that the autopsy report of Clint Van Zieks had gone missing. Clint Van Zieks? Yes, I do seem to recall. Clint Van Zieks. I do seem to recall that some years ago I asked to see the report in question. You were with me, weren't you, Iris? You mean it was you, Iris? So those papers you have there are...
I'm sorry.
So she did hide it. Damn, Iris. The thievery. Deduction complete. Elementary. In truth, I would like to have thought I could have predicted the booby-trapped chest.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Sholmes. A lot of chests are all booby-trapped. I mean, it comes with the chest, right? The boobs.
But it caught me completely off guard. I was very nearly delayed consulting Detective Sherlock Sholmes.
I'm sorry, Hurley.
So you mean this autopsy report really is...
Yes, I took it from the lab, even though I knew it was very important.
Was there something in it that troubled you, Iris?
Not exactly something that troubled me. Something I'd been looking for. When I saw this report, when I saw the writing in it, I knew it was Daddy's.
Oh, now I feel sorry for the child. Do we all trap ours too?
Yeah, all of you are trapping your boobies, obviously. Why do you think it stays on? Yeah.
The writing? Your father's writing? What do you really mean? Iris? It must be something hard for her to talk about. Forgive me for interrupting, my dear fellows. Mr. Sholmes, what is it? I feel as though the poor unconscious gentleman on the city has been somewhat forgotten. Father! Perhaps we should find our guest somewhere more peaceful to rest? Mr. Naruhiro. Yes. Would you be so kind as to lend him your bed? We must do our very best to make him comfortable, I feel. Oh yes, of course, I'll help you carry him up. So will I. No, I can manage alone, thank you. You have tea to enjoy. We wouldn't want Iris's brew to stew. Oh, he wants us to talk to her. Mano a mano. Because there's no better way to make the professor comfortable than dragging him upstairs like a trunk. Oh no, it shows it's just dragging him across the floor. I wonder. Perhaps that was deliberate. Maybe Mr. Sholmes is making himself scarce to give Iris the chance to talk more freely. We must use this opportunity to talk with Iris. And find out what's going on. I'm gonna guess she just missed her dad so much. Oh no, are we finally gonna tell her her dad's dead? I mean, I also wonder if we're ever going to let her know. Would you like to tell us about it, Iris? About your father?
I'm sure I told you before, didn't I? That Daddy used to be Hurley's partner.
Yes. And that notes about all the cases they solved together are kept inside that metal chest.
That's right. Hurley told me, you see. He said that Daddy's somewhere far away now, so we can't meet.
That's one way of describing it.
Then, when I secretly unlocked the chest and read through the papers inside, I started to build up a picture in my head of what Daddy must be like.
Well, that's only natural. You're just like any other girl of your age.
I read that Daddy was a professor of medical science, so I studied and took my degree too.
Well, that's only natural, I suppose. In that respect, you're not quite like any other girl of your age, though.
But there was one thing I could never find out. Daddy's name. His name wasn't anywhere on any of the notes that he'd made about his work with Hurley. But then one day...
That's what happened, is it? Whoa, she didn't even know what her dad's name was? This is so sad. I kind of feel sad for her. When you saw this autopsy report, you finally managed to work it out, isn't that right?
Yes.
So it was the handwriting in the report that caught her eye. Ooh.
When I saw the writing on that report, I could hardly believe it. I know that handwriting, I thought to myself.
Because it was the same as the writings you'd seen on your father's case notes.
Exactly. I was desperate to compare the two properly. I needed to see them side by side. I asked the doctor in the laboratory, but I was told I couldn't take the report away. And even worse, I was told that was the first and last time we'd be allowed even to look at it there.
So you decided to steal it?
When I compared the autopsy report with the case notes I had here, there was no doubt. The handwriting was exactly the same. It was Daddy's.
And the signature of the coroner at the bottom of the autopsy report read Dr. John H. Wilson.
So that's how I finally found out. I learned Daddy's name at last.
I see.
Ever since then, I've called myself Iris Wilson. And that's also when I had the brilliant idea of writing stories all about Daddy's exciting times with Hurley. I decided there and then that I'd write adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, Iris! I had no idea the stories had quite such a deep personal significance for you. I can see why the autopsy report was so important to her now. And why she was prepared to break the law to get her hands on it. Ah, this is so heavy. I must apologize, Iris.
Huh?
Oh, it's Sholmes. I must apologize, Iris. This is really all my fault.
Really?
I made a promise, you see, that until the time was right, I'd keep the details about your father a secret.
No, I've been very naughty. I'll take the autopsy report back to Dr. Gory and apologize. I promise!
Iron weight, in my opinion. Wait, which is heavier, iron or lead? Yes, we'll go together, I think. Then let me look after it for you until we get there. Smooth move, now we can read it.
I must go and wash my...
Sorry.
I must go and water my herbs, I think. I'll see you all later.
Aw, poor Iris. She's gonna water them with her tears. Poor Iris, she must be feeling awful. I know Mr. Sholmes is here for her, but still. Huh? Oh. How? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Sholmes? Oh dear me. So you've noticed, I see. What? That would mean... What on earth's the matter, Miss Osato? You've turned as white as a sheet. It's this autopsy report, Mr. Naruhodo. The one from 10 years ago. The writing isn't Dr. Wilson at all. Huh? What do you mean? How could you possibly know that? Because I know this writing very well. This writing, it's my father's. What? Professor Mikotoba? Wait, what? Huh? Indeed, it's true. And now you know, my dear fellows. No, I don't know anything. What on earth does it all mean then, Mr. Sholmes? Because the idea that's slowly forming in my mind is just too extraordinary to believe. Please, you have to explain. Wait, is Susato and Iris have sisters? Wait, did Mikotoba have an affair? Or is this just an adopted thingy, or... Or was Mr. Mikotoba the true assistant of Hurley back then? Huh? Okay, you know what? Let's go with it. I'm confused. My brain. So this autopsy report was actually penned by Professor Mikotoba then. But that makes no sense. It's not possible, surely. Not possible, my dear fellow. Pray, take a deep breath and think again. Yes, you're right. In some ways, it actually makes a great deal of sense. I wonder what's going on here. Oh no, that smiley face is not... It doesn't bode well with me, TPG. Oh, thank you for the watering and posture. Maybe next time I'll have tea when we play Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It does?
Stretch.
Okay, stretch complete. Lol, Uhtred is sleeping upside down. Let me just get a picture. So cute. Alright, I got my picture of Madogo sleeping upside down. It's so cute. Uhtred has the habit of sleeping upside down. At first, it only happened a few times, but lately, it's been quite often. So cute. Oh, he woke up. I'll pretend I didn't do anything. 10 years ago, is when father returned to Japan after his extended study tour in Britain. Good boy, Uhtred. And prior to his return, where was Dr. Mikotoba engaged? Ah, of course! He was an assistant in Dr. Wilson's laboratory, learning about forensic science. And as an assistant, he would have aided with the dissection work, making detailed notes, which should be assembled into the full autopsy report. Once the work was complete, the head coroner would check the contents and put his signature on the document. In other words, the only writing on of Dr. Wilson's in the report would be his signature at the end. I see. So Iris got the wrong end of the stick, you mean? She saw that and assumed the whole report had been written by Dr. John H. Wilson. Which is very understandable, of course. What a complicated situation. Niam. Ouch, my knee. My knee. My desk. It attacked my knee. Thinking about it, most of what we know about you, Mr. Shom, comes from the published stories of your exploits. Yes, the adventures of Herlock Sholmes written by Iris. And we really have no way of knowing what's fact and what's fiction. Most troubling for you, my dear fellow, I'm sure. So what about the supposed partner of yours? Did he really exist or not? Ah, you've come straight to the point, I see. And please come straight to the answer. I believe Iris explained it in one of her installments. He was a trusted comrade and the only person I could truly have called a friend. And did this partner of yours truly make a record of all your cases? Are his notes really stored inside that metal chest? Absolutely, my dear madam. Absolutely. So, where's your partner now? We rarely meet. You see, he lives on the other side of the world. Huh? Susato's dad is John H. Wilson? If this autopsy report and the records of all your old cases were penned by the same hand, and if the autopsy report was written, though not signed by your famous partner, there would only be one logical conclusion. Pray, impressive. Pray, impress me. Your partner would have to be... It would have to be Eugene Mikotoba. In other words, Mr. Sato's father. On my word, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? You are coming along wonderfully. You have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasped the art of deduction. You mean to say... Allow me to introduce you to my great friend and partner, Mikotoba. Oh, he woke up. Professor Mikotoba? Huh? 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 Does this mean... Excuse me. That you're the real Dr. Wilson? Oh, no, my dear. I'm still my old self, Eugene Mikotoba, your father. Oh my god. Oh, of course. This is obviously too much for Sasato-san to take in. I must say, though, how my old friend has attained worldwide celebrity as a great mystery solver is the greatest mystery of all. I still remember the first time we met. Pray remind me, when was it again, Mikotoba? Sholmes, my god. 16 years ago, Sholmes. Wait, how old is Sholmes? I'm confused all of a sudden. Wait, huh? Are there ages here? He's 34 years old. Wait, I need a calculator. I can't do math mentally right now. My brain's dead already. So, if he's 34 now and they met 16 years ago, that means Sholmes is 18 years old? Whoa. Oops, wrong button. And Eugene is 43 years old. So if that was 16 years ago, he was 27. Huh. 18 and 27. 9 years apart. Okay. Yes, quite. 16 years ago. I just arrived from Japan with Seishiro and Genshin. I was in search of lodgings close to the hospital, some comfortable rooms at a reasonable price. But rents are devilishly high in that particular area. That's right. So I decided I needed someone to share lodgings and the expense, and was fortunate enough to be introduced to Sholmes, who found himself in a similar situation. I was a callow fellow back then, a mere shadow of the great detective you see before you now. I was working at the hospital's chemical laboratory at the time, indulging my curiosities for a little gain. And the situation of our cohabitation led us to pursuing cases together, you see. Hard to believe it was a mere 6 years. We had a great many adventures. But in the last year, Macleod was stay in Britain that most infamous of cases presented itself. The case with which you've become rather familiar yourselves, the Professor killings. After the trial, Seishiro and I were summoned back home. Hardly surprising. Oh, this is really not hardly surprising given the circumstances. So there you have it. And as you know, all the details recorded by my trusty chronicler remain in that metal chest. This is just amazing. Professor Mikotoba really is Mr. Shone's famous partner. Is she upset that her dad never told her? That's my guess. Father? Goodness, my dear, what a cutting look. As your daughter, I'm very proud to learn that you were the great detective's great partner. But nevertheless, there's another mystery that I really must ask you to explain now. And that is? You know very well what it is. The unresolved matter of Iris's father! Ah, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that one. Oh no, he went not. Oh no! I should have seen this coming, I suppose. What? Did you knock up a British woman with pink hair? Iris told us that all the notes about the great detective's adventures that are in the metal chest were written by her father. Isn't that correct, Mr. Sholmes? That is indeed what I told young Iris. But if you're Mr. Sholmes' partner, father, and you wrote all those case notes, then Iris's father must be you. Oh no, he went. Oh. Upon my word, Miss Sato, you are coming along wonderfully as well. You too have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasped the art of deduction. Holmes is not denying. What you've always told me, father, is that my mother died when I was born 16 years ago, and you left me in grandmother's care whilst you embarked on your study tour of Britain. And I've always accepted that. But all this about Iris. Oh, there it is. Susato-san's ice-cold stare. No, now hold on a minute. It was very complicated. I mean, it's really not what you think. Then perhaps you'd like to explain exactly what it is. Or she's gonna take you down, father. There it is. Now the eyes go from ice cold to red hot just before she... No, really, you've got the wrong end of the stick. Sholmes, say something, man. That's quite enough, my fiery fellows. Mr. Sholmes? When did he get all dressed up? Whilst I don't like to interrupt this exciting exploration of the past, Mikotoba and I have an urgent matter that requires a short excursion. But it's very late, Mr. Sholmes. Where must we go? Alright, I'm going to assume that maybe Mikotoba adopted Iris. Okay? So that's my best long shot. Because not a single feature of Iris is the same with him or Susato. However, a part of me, the fanfiction side of me, if it's not canon, I kind of wish Iris and Susato are sisters. Because that would be so cute. And they could totally jam together. They vibe, you know. But for now, I think she's adopted. Yeah. Why, my dear madam, it's not that obvious. My partner and I must pursue our natural enemies. So get your coat, Mikotoba. The game is afoot. What chums? I really must give Susato a full explanation, I think. Later, my dear fellow, later. Our carriage awaits downstairs already. You haven't changed one iota, have you? Oh yeah. Well, when I use adopted, I was assuming not really on paper. How do I put it? You know, they just took in the child. But I guess, yeah, you can count that. And yeah, technically, in a way, that would make Iris and her sisters, right? In that sense. Because I doubt it's by paper, in my opinion. Because it's very difficult in the olden times to do so. And then... Do you think Sholmes is actually her dad? But then again, I don't know. I can't see Sholmes being with a woman. But anyway. But, you know, maybe she was adopted for a reason. Maybe she's also related to the case back then? You don't think so? Perhaps. I mean, really, I visit our home after 10 long years, and when I opened the chest in a fit of nostalgia, I quite inexplicably passed out. And as if that wasn't enough, when I eventually regained consciousness and plunged straight into all this. Father, please, go with Mr. Sholmes now. What? I've no doubt that whatever happened, you were acting in everyone's best interests. I trust you completely. Susato. And sending the great detective and his great partner off on renewed adventures together is more than I could have hoped for in my wildest dreams. Van Ziek's brother's daughter? I doubt it also. I don't think so. He was still young. So I don't think it's Van Ziek's daughter either. Maybe their sister? Maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Very well then. We'll speak again later. So, I believe your own work is done for the day. I wish you the best of luck for tomorrow. Yes, naruhodo. Good luck in battle and in reaching a decision. A decision? About whether to go back to Japan, I suppose. Damn, this was a lot
So
to
much
take
happened
in.
that day that I barely knew what to do with myself.
Same, naruhodo, same.
It would only be later that I'd come to realize how amidst the chaos I'd unleashed were all the clues I needed to finally unearth the truth, and that all the turmoil was necessary to give me the resolve to see everything through.
Oh, I believe the last episode has resolve on his episode title card. Really like SH and Dr. Watson. Oh no, I have... Oh no. Okay, wait, after this one. There we go. I knew it's gonna be cut off there. save. So they made the last case basically cut into 2 episodes. Wait, let me save twice, just to be sure. Oh, it is! The final chapter, the resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. There we go. Yeah, what a ride, right? There, that was like a lot of details out of nowhere. Okay. So, what if Iris is the daughter of the professor? That would be so wild. And because she is the daughter of the professor, they took her in to protect her from that, perhaps? I don't know. I could be wrong. But that could be one way to put it, right? Right? I don't know. That's my guess. Yep, they sure did, which is actually a really cool way to end it. I agree. I feel like it's a good way to end his whole arc, because not only is this like solving just a regular case where it's just Gregson's death, we find out that it's connected to an old case. So it's like you're giving closure all at once, because this case will cover every single part of it. So I feel like that's really awesome. It was a really good way to end it, and the whole reveal that Watson was actually Mikotoba's dad. That was so awesome. That was good. That was good. Damn. I wonder. Oh, I'm excited. All right. So I was right. We would end the episode on the next stream after this, because I checked my old VOD. So we'll be heading on to the last episode on Sunday. Well, again, just to let you all remember it, to remind you, my schedule could be on and off. That's why I haven't really been posting, like the delivery slips I used to make, because my work has been quite up and down. Like sometimes I'm really tired, sometimes I'm not. And well, health-wise, I haven't been in the best of health for the past weeks, except for recently. I've been okay recently. So please do turn your notifications on, whether it's in Twitter, Facebook, here in YouTube, Twitch. I'll be relying on that aside from my post. Just an announcement as well. I've been looking at, was it Blue Sky? The alternative to Twitter right now. I'm still looking at the privacy terms and stuff, and the other info about the site, but so far it's okay. So I might make an account by the weekend. I'll post about it if ever. Yeah. So far it looks okay. I definitely also want to kind of get rid of my Twitter, X. However, I will not remove my account so that nobody can make an account and impersonate me if ever. I'll be keeping everything, and I'll still post on everything, like when there's a stream. Yeah. So far, Blue Sky is pretty chill. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So yeah, ever since, no new social media platforms have been popping in, I've been checking their terms and stuff, because, Facebook really did us dirty, and then now Elon Musk's X did us dirty. So anyway. So yeah, if you enjoyed this stream or you'd like to give me some support, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. If you're watching the VOD and you made it this all the way here at the end, feel free to leave a comment. I always reply and react if needed. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe and spread the word of the apricot. And yeah, don't worry, I have future games already lined up after Great Ace Attorney, unless a new modern game that will come out suddenly takes my attention, and then all the plans will go to chaos. Hi. All right. So yeah, so far the only confirmed stream incoming is Wednesday 8 p.m. at Twitch, together with Nekuri. Hi. Oh yeah, bash the bell for notifications. Thank you for reminding me, City. Alright. So, Otsu Anzu, thank you very much for hanging out with me and sharing this moment of revelations. Hi. So, let's say our outro together. If you know it, say it with me. If you don't, then listen well so we can say it together next time. Also, I'll keep to myself what I was about to say as a future suspense thingy. I won't say it for now. Yeah. Alright. Okay, ready? I miss this. And as always,
Katang?
I'll see you in the next package delivery. Bye bye. Take care always, and what else? Follow your heart, follow your dreams. Yes. I love you guys. Bye bye. Do